Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle.
Mr. Rob O'Hara.
Sprite Castle.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Sprite Castle. Today in Oklahoma it is 26 degrees. It is freezing today. There is sleet coming down. This is the first real day of winter weather we've had, and so to warm things up around here, we're going to play summer games from Epyx. So let's go ahead and get summer games started. I am going to, once the title screen comes up so you can see it, this Epyx summer games released in 1984 for the Commodore 64, I'm going to hit Alt-W because I am playing in WinVice, if you didn't know that. And we're going to warp right past the loading screen and the intro, and then we can actually play the opening ceremonies. There's the opening ceremonies, and fast forward, and now that we're at the main menu, I can go ahead and go into this. And the reason that we're going to do this is because this game set a lot of standards on the Commodore 64. So some of the standards that this game set was, number one, that it made loading time an acceptable part of gameplay. Basically this game is what you call a multi-load. There are a bunch of different levels or events because this is the Summer Olympics basically, or Summer Games. And they let's just watch that again while I'm talking. Each one loads, so it's almost like a bunch of different games that are stuck together through one common system. So, in fact, when we do the first event here, I will not turn on the fast load feature or the warp feature of Vice, just so you can see how long in reality it did take for each event to load. And we'll have a little bit of time to chat while that's going. You can see here on the options we have a world records that it keeps track of. I don't know if these are all ones. These must be ones that just came that someone came with this particular copy that I downloaded. All right, we're going to set number of joysticks to 1 just because it's just me here today in the castle. And then the options up here you see, we can compete in every event, and it will take us through all, I believe, 8 events. We can compete in one event, or we can practice an event. And practice, if you've not played summer games before, is the easiest way to get familiar with some of the different events here. So we're going to practice. There are 8 different events. There's a pole vault, platform diving. There's a relay race, dash. Down you'll see there's a freestyle relay and a 100-meter freestyle. Those are swimming games. And then there's gymnastics and skeet shooting. So pretty much I will show you all the events that don't involve wrecking a joystick. And by that, I mean running by slamming it back and forth, left and right, over and over, because it's not that much fun to play. It won't be fun to watch. And this is a good joystick. So I really should have started this loading. And let's see, let's start the clock on my computer right here. It is 15 seconds after. So let's just see how long this takes to load. I have time for a drink while we're waiting. Probably have time to drink this entire water. Summer Games is the first of the games series that I would say Epyx became known for. Later on we will see Winter Games, Summer Games 2, World Games, and one of my favorite games of all time, California Games. There's also California Games 2. I think that's on the Commodore 64 also. I know that by that time it had kind of split off. Epyx was at that point making games for the NES. I know I've seen California Games 2 for the Amiga. So I'm really filling time here. As you can see that it took a while for that event to load. And as you begin jumping through each event, they take longer. And you know, I mean, it could make the game really long, especially if you're playing all 8 events. Summer Games does support up to 8 players, and you alternate going through the different events. So this was one of the first games that I remember for the 64 that supported more than 2 people. So everybody, all your friends, you could have everybody over, and it'd say player 1, player 2. So let's go ahead and get into pole vaulting here. As you can see, I could set the bar height because we're just practicing, so I could set it high or low. We'll just leave it low here. I'll show you how to do things wrong here real quick. For the pole grip, I could set high, medium, or low. I'll just set it on medium. Now I'm just going to press the button. My guy will start, oh, it says ready to jump. Press the button, and I'm just going to let him run, and he runs too far, and I failed. Okay, so something I have to do is pull the joystick down to pull the pole down. So I'll let him start getting running. I'll pull the pole down, and oh, I did it too early. As you can see, there's a little indentation there on the end of the pad that you have to hit with the pole. So we're going to do this another time. We're going to run here, wait until it's right at the right time, hit down on the joystick. Our little guy propels up, and he goes right through the bar. Oh, gosh. Well, we did something else wrong. We didn't press up to push the man up. I'm just kind of doing this just to show you the coordination that's going to be involved in pulling this off. Now we get that down, we push the guy up. Well, we still didn't do it. What happened? We didn't press the button to release from the pole. So, now that we know everything, we set the bar height, we get our pole grip, we are ready to jump. We hit the button to start running. We wait until he gets to the right spot. We pull down on the pole. Pull down on that. We press up on the guy. Press the button. Shoo, and launch over the pole for a successful vault of 4 meters. By the way, I will show you something that used to crack me up to no end as a kid. Time this. Get right back. Get the pole down. Get up. Press the button. Oh. Well, you know, it makes me laugh as an adult, too. So, let's see. Well, we're going to set the bar height up to, let's go with 5 meters. And with that, I'll probably want a high pole grip. And so with a high pole grip, we need to pull down a little bit earlier because we're back further on the pole. And I pressed, if you force your body to go up too early, you lose your speed that you're propelling forward with. If you do it too late, then you don't get over the pole. Let's try that. Nope, too early. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of things, and this is just for the pole vault, that you have to hit all at the exact right time. And when you do, get over that pole, like a boss. All right, so another jump, no. We are going to practice an event, and we'll go down to platform diving. Now, I can hit Alt-W because I'm on WinVice. That will jump the speed that it shows up at the top right now from 100%. Oops, I wasn't on the right spot there. Let me jump that up to about 800%. Now it's flying, and it should load here in just a matter of seconds. So you can imagine that if that's how long it takes at 800%, multiply that by 8, that's how long these events take to load. So here we are on the diving, and I can choose forward, backward, reverse, inward, or quit. We'll do a forward dive. There I am at the diving board up there, and so I'm just going to press the button, and you'll see I just splash into what? Wow, I got 8s and 7s for that. That's better than the score that I normally get when I try to dive. So it drops the low, the high, and it gives you your total points, adds everybody else up. So I'm going to show you if I press left on the joystick. Up on the joystick straightens your diver out. So the goal is to get that and then press straight up and get your guy to go in at a completely vertical line there. Look at that score, baby. 85. Okay. If I do down, it's a little bit different. Go. So watch. This is left. That's down, left. So you can see the difference there. And right is a tight spin. And so it's hard to know when to come out of the right. So, excuse me. I can do right, open it up, press up, go into a straight line. And that will give me more complexity because I've combined 2 different types of dives. So that will give me more points. It's multiplied by difficulty rating there, you see. So now that's how you get scores up on the diving. There's also a backwards dive. As you can see, that was terrible. Oh, that was not only terrible, it's painful. There you go. Oh, so smooth. Just like I dive in real life. By the way, I only know how to do cannonballs and belly busters. Reverse dive is when you rotate inwards. And an inward dive is when you face that way. Let's see if I can do a good one here. No. Oh, that was painful. All right, so anyway, this is diving. Let's quit. We'll go back to the main menu. This is a relay race where you have to control the speed of your runner. This is a 100-meter dash where you hit the joystick left like that, which is really fun until you break your joystick off. But let's get into gymnastics, which as a kid, this was one of my favorite events because it's pretty easy to know how to do, to figure out, but there's a lot of little variants that make it hard to get a perfect score. So, again, I'm just going to run through and tell you what I'm doing here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press the button to start, press the button to jump, press the button up, tuck into, untuck, and there we have, just a single flip. 5.8, not a great score. A lot of variables in this. And the biggest one is when to press the button and launch off of that giant loaf of bread. So, also, if you hold left or right, whenever you jump onto the bouncing platform, you do a 180 twist. So, I'm going to press the button, hold left, press the button, twist, let off when I'm, oh no, and land in a comfortable, relaxing position. So, the way to get, yeah, that was not good. First of all, you have to land towards the end of the springboard to get the most power. Second of all, you have to let go when you're almost vertical, which I didn't do there. So let me try this. And what you'll see is when I can do it where it's vertical, there we go. We can get some spinning going in now. That's 6.5, and I landed on my butt. Too over-rotated. So you could also try to pull off a forward. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Oh, not enough. So to pull off that triple flip, you have to hit everything right. Not enough. And what's really bad is if you hit it wrong, you don't have enough speed. You could do a single, but not a double, which you're already tucked at that point for a double. Let's see if I can do that. Hit doubles pretty easy. But it's those triples that you really need to master if you're going to try to get your score up on this. Too short. Oh, foul. Let's see if I can. The problem with this one is I can't ever seem to get back to the main menu after this one. Oh, I'm going again because of that fault. I like just letting her flop like that. Let me see if this gets me out of... Nope, I guess I'm going to keep gymnasticking forever. I do like the sound. The sound is almost like her bones are crushing or something. Oh, darn it. That stings. Well, apparently I don't know how to get out of this practice. We may never see skeet shooting. But if I pull off a triple, it would be worth it. So, of all the games that Epyx put out, as far as the games, there we go. Summer Games is not necessarily my favorite. It's a fun one, but I think they improve things in some of the later games. They're all still basically the same. I will, after this is done, I'll compete in one event just to show you what that looks like. This is skeet shooting, or when I was a kid, I thought I was shooting at UFOs. This is actually really hard for me, and I'm not very good at it. Oh, you can see that the UFOs are out there, and you're shooting them with a shotgun. Oh boy. There we go. There is a constant gravity pull on your gun sight, so the guns are constantly, your sight is constantly being pulled downward, so you can't just focus on that, or you just hold your target in one spot. You kind of have to shoot over them, and this one is hard. Games are hard. Okay, so let's go ahead and compete in one event just so you can see what that looks like. So what you do is you put your name in here, and then you would pick your country. And so let's see, here's Canada, Mexico. I would always pick Japan when I was a kid, but I'm going to pick USA. You know what? I'm going to pick... Yeah, I am going to pick USA. Can't skip this, by the way. All right. Okay. Who watches Sprite Castle? Who has commented on Sprite Castle? Tom, is it Burgess? Has commented on all my videos on Facebook. And so Tom is going to be player 2. And Tom is going to be Epyx. Is that the Jumpman thing? That is the Jumpman thing. Alright. Nobody else. Okay. Yes, this is correct. And so the one event we will compete in is the pole vault. Alright, then we will fast forward here a little bit to get to the pole vault. Alright. Oh, Tom gets to go first. Alright. So you could say no. So we can pass, so we can jump up to a new height. Alright, so. Oh, Tom, look how bad you did. Oh, let's see if Rob does better. Oh, Rob did not do better. I missed the joystick. Second try. Alright. Oh, Tom, why would you select the low pull grip there? Oh, sorry, too bad. Even with the cool Epyx music. Oh, the winner! The winner! I would say it was great. I wouldn't say it was good. Alright, let's see if Tom can pull it off. Oh, Tom, you missed it. Sorry. I wonder if it's just me. I bet I can... I wonder if I say no, if I just forfeit, or if I can just... The crowd goes wild! Sorry, Tom, you stink. I'm the best. And so, you know, when you were a kid, you'd have your 8 friends around, and you'd pass the joystick around, everybody would compete. If you got a world record, your name would save to the disc, and then people would come over and try to beat your record or whatever. So it was the start for me of a different type of gaming, I would say. You know, I mean, it was a group type game versus, you know, just playing arcade, you know, games or computer games by yourself. Like I said, summer games was not my favorite. California games was good. Winter games was good. Even world games is good. But this was the beginning of the format that all of those games would use. They all have multiple events. They all would let you practice. So anyway, summer games for the Commodore 64. I will tell you that I had this on the Apple computer, or the Apple II first, I believe, before I had my Commodore. And I remember seeing an ad, and I don't remember if it was in a magazine. I think it was in a magazine. But the graphics looked amazing. And then when I got the Apple version home, it looked similar, but the color depth was not as good. And I was really disappointed. And then when I looked at the ad, it said Commodore 64 version shown. And that was one of the things that made me want to get a Commodore 64, was just because I had seen summer games, and I knew, you know, what the Commodore version was going to look like. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get one in the first place. So Anyway, I think pretty much you get the idea, and I feel warmer already. It may be sleeting outside, but seems like it's warmed up in here with all these summer games going on. So, thanks for watching this episode of Sprite Castle. Tune in to spritecastle.com where you can see more retro Commodore 64 videos, or go check out throwbacknetwork.net where you can find Sprite Castle and lots of other retro-themed podcasts.